Hi. First of all, congratulations to the movie. What a thrilling ride. I love it so much.
Thank you. Glad you do. That was the goal.
Pardon?
Oh, I said that was what we tried to do, make it a thrilling ride.
That was the
so
goal.
I'm glad it worked.
Now I get it. Yeah. How did the idea for the story coming from or came about?
Go for it. Okay, so basically, the film, this is my second film directing, and the first movie that I directed was a movie called Searching, and Searching was a movie that took place on computer screens, and it was very complex, and it was, very modern and very, very crazy and unconventional. What I wanted to do with this, my second film, was do the opposite, make something very timeless and classic and simple. And to do that, I sort of looked at, these early Hitchcock movies and how simple they were and tried to sort of replicate it. So when Sev and I started writing, we honestly started looking at some headlines from newspapers and stuff and started seeing some very similar kind of stories out in the world in real life, and thought to ourselves, like, what if we just turned one element of that story into a secret that one character is keeping from another character? And suddenly we felt like we had the basis for a movie that was very much like a Hitchcockian movie, and we started moving forward on that scale. So it accomplished two things. Number one, that it was like a good, story that was still about parents and children, which is something that we always do. And number two, I think, like, being the opposite of Searching that we were trying to do, it felt like a really good sort of direction to head in.
Okay, so you hire an actress who also use a wheelchair in real life, which was a great decision, I think. Why do you chose to do this?
I mean, it was a question. It was never really a question for us, I mean, like talking about Searching for a moment, we cast Don Cho, a Korean American man, to play a father looking for his missing daughter in a story that didn't really need to be about that. We just felt like it was always nice to be able to kind of show marginalized people in these leading roles, just because we want to see that change in the movies that we want to watch. So with Run, like the idea of like finding and casting an actor with disabilities to play Chloe, it was perfect sense to us. It had to be that for so many levels, like for her to inform the character, but also just because if we can make the tiniest change to like giving disabled actors more opportunities on screen, then why not?
Do you want to give a message to the audience?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is hopefully coming from I was talking about this earlier, but like, growing up, I'm an Indian American, like, you don't see, like, when you are seen in media, number one, don't see yourself. And then B, when you are seen, it's all through these caricatures, like, it's like, for me, especially, it's like always like running 7-Elevens, like, or convenience stores and, all these kinds of things. And I think, like, to just show somebody in a minority community who is traditionally sort of stereotyped and troped in a context of being clever and smart and funny and witty and like have agency in their own life, subconsciously, I think for viewers, you start to see like, okay, that's an easy connection. And it's not something that is very like obvious, but I think growing up, when you're a kid and you watch these things, like, it forms your worldview. And I think, like, I always wanted growing up those things to tell other people that, like, I was somebody who could be funny and cute and charming and all that, things like that. So I think hopefully if we can help that in a small way, that would be like the message of the movie. But hopefully the process of it is just very kind of suspenseful and thrilling, like you were saying.
What was the hardest thing to do during the shooting?
Oh man, I mean, this is a movie that had a lot of challenges, of big and small sizes. I mean, one thing that was kind of funny was, Aneesh and I are naturally, California natives. In America, we kind of grew up in very sunny places, and we shot this film in Winnipeg, Canada, which is one of the colder places you can be living. So very quickly we found out that we were not equipped. Our wardrobe wasn't right. We didn't have nearly thick enough jackets. And it caused actually us to be very clever and quick on our feet to come up with ways to shoot the movie, because it suddenly was no longer possible to shoot major scenes outdoors for more than 2 minutes, because people's, steam would come out of people's mouths and we just wouldn't make sense of the story. So probably the most challenging thing was having to possibly rewrite things to make them indoors and kind of be really clever with how much time things can happen outdoors.
Okay. My time is unfortunately up. Thank you so much talking to us. Again, congratulations to the movie, and I look forward for your next one.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.